Today we are going to solve four problems. That is example 2.3 to 2.6. These are the very simple problem, but it is useful for any competitive examination. First, we will see example 2.3. In example 2.3, find the field outside a uniformly charged solid sphere of radius r and the total charge is q. So now you apply Gauss theorem. In Gauss theorem, that is the volume, area integral E dot dA is equal to 1 over epsilon naught, the charge enclosed. So you are considering a point outside this. See the small r. So we are forming a Gaussian surface with the radius small r. The radius of the sphere is R, capital R, which is uniformly charged. So the total charge is Q. So we are going to uh, calculate the electric field outside this sphere. So naturally, the entire charge in the sphere will contribute. That is, Q will contribute. Now you take left hand side. If you integrate TA, you will get 4 pi r square because we are taking outside, which is equal to the total charge enclosed. The total charge is Q as per the problem. So Q by epsilon naught. Now you bring this 4 pi r square to the other side, then this equation will become E is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over r square. So here the important point to be mentioned is the field outside the sphere is exactly same as it would have been if all the charge had been concentrated at the center. This is very important conclusion we arrived from this problem. Next example is example 2.4. A long cylinder, as shown in the figure, carries a charge density that is proportional to the distance from the axis. That is, rho is equal to kx for some constant k. Here, the very important point is the charge density is proportional to S. That is very important point. So that is independent of L. It depends only on S. That is independent of length. Find the electric field inside the cylinder. Now you take the Gaussian surface inside this cylinder with the radius S and small length L. This is the Gaussian surface. We have to find the electric field. So from Gauss theorem, the surface integral E dot dA is equal to 1 over epsilon naught Q enclosed, charge enclosed. That is here E is equal to, TA. TA is equal to 2 pi S, where S is the radius of the Gaussian surface and multiplied by capital L. That is total length of the cylinder, which is equal to 1 over epsilon naught. Then charge enclosed is integral rho t tau, where t tau is a small volume element. Now you carry out this integral. You know the rho is equal to k s prime. I am using s prime because in order to differentiate this s and this one. So s prime, of course, we are going to integrate from 0 to s. So this is the rho, value of rho. Then what is t tau? 2 pi s prime L is the area multiplied by small distance. This is t tau. So now you can see here, you can cancel 2 pi L and 2 pi L both side, 2 pi L. Remember that L is not integral constants, so so that you can cancel that. And K is a constant, so you can take out of the integral. So the left hand side will become E dot S. The right hand side is K over epsilon naught integral between 0 to S, S prime squared, because you have here one S prime, here one S prime. S prime squared we are integrating with respect to S prime. If you integrate S prime, S prime square, you will get S prime Q over 3. So that means you will get, after applying the limit 0 to S, only upper limit is valid. So this will become SQ by 3. Here you can cancel this S and this SQ, which will become S square. So the electric field is equal to K S square over 3 epsilon. So now we will move for next question. The example 2.5 is an infinite plane carries a uniform surface charge sigma. Find its electric field. So that is the question. So this standard plane is a infinite plane. So you form a field box that is above the infinite plane and below the infinite plane. Since let us say this charge is positive, so naturally the electric field will be outward, both for top as well as bottom. Here a small confusion may come. So then in that case, net electric field may be zero. That is the normal confusion rises from everyone. But you remember that both are at different region, not at same region. So you can make sure that there will not be any influence by this electric field, or there is no interaction between this electric field. So keeping in this mind, we will move on to the solution. So according to Gauss theorem, surface integral E dot dA is equal to 1 over epsilon naught at the charge enclosed. So here we are considering a field parts from top and bottom with the same area A. So here area total area is 2A. Then electric field modulus E is equal to 1 over epsilon naught. This charge enclosed is sigma times A, because sigma is surface charge. Now this A will get cancelled. You will get you bring two outside, sorry, other side. So modulus E is equal to sigma over 2 epsilon naught. Example 2.6 is two infinite parallel plate carries at equal but opposite uniform charge densities plus or minus sigma are shown in the figure. Find the field inside each region, that is one to the left, this side, and one between them, and another to the right. So this is the figure given. So we can arrange according to charge. Since the left side plate is a positive charge, so it will move away from that point. See here, positive charge, it will go to away. It's natural. Positive charge diverges, it moves away from the source. So, like left hand side also, it moves away from the source. Similarly, the negative charge approaches the source. So, the right hand side, it comes towards the charge, and the left hand side also, it comes towards the charge. Now you can see the left side, what will happen? You have electric field plus E minus, but both are in opposite direction. So naturally, this will be zero. Similarly, what will happen here? Electric field due to the positive charge and the negative charge are opposite to each other. So naturally, here also electric field is zero. So in between the charges, that is total electric field is equal to electric field due to the positive charge plus electric field due to the negative charge, which is equal to we got just now the previous section sigma over 2 epsilon naught due to positive field. Then due to negative field, another sigma plus 2 epsilon naught. So the total field will be sigma epsilon naught. That is at the in between the plate. In between the plate, it is sigma epsilon naught. If you find this lecture a useful one, kindly subscribe my channel and also share and join my channel in for the growth of my channel. Thank you very much for watching my video continuously and supporting me continuously. Thank you very much.